Yes, students. So it's almost 10 o'clock. Just the last minute going on. 9:59. We can definitely start. So let's come to the textbook part. Let's see what things we have done with capital budgeting. As I told you, we are left with two sums, classwork section, two sums we are left with. Yeah, correct. And then obviously we will discuss the sums from to be discussed. Okay, definitely. So let us come to it. More the merrier, right? As you always say. So those guys who are turning their cameras on, I can see them, I can talk to them, right? My network is gone. Network changed. Okay. All good, guys. There was a shift in the network. Okay. Self-declared shift. I hope that's done now. Normal now? Audible, visible, yeah. So we not shared the files now. Yes, Harrier, definitely. We will we will complete the chapter today for sure. Yeah. Good morning, Kunal. Very good morning, everyone. If people completely start with this topic, people are like projecting and predicting what next time want to start. Hariharan is saying we are doing this topic since ages. Oh, guys, you see the number of questions, right? You see the number of methods that we have discussed, right? And see, it's not just only about those 7 methods. You realize that in between, I have talked you up with few more things, right? Something like NPVCO, net present value of cash outflow, correct? Then you remember installing that CNG kit, right? NPVCO was different. Installing CNG kit was different. What was that CNG kit idea? Increase in the cash inflows because of savings in cost, correct? See, in between intermittently at different places, we have introduced a lot of concepts in this topic, right? So this topic requires that kind of input, people. Okay, so Rishabh is saying 1 class for full revision. I'm always revising. You know what? I always keep on asking what is happening, which method we have discussed. Today also we will take a quick round of discussion about that. Okay. Let me first start with it. Yeah. Here comes question number 16, friends. Okay, let's start discussing about this. Thank you so much, sir. Somebody at least knows that. So Maheshwar is saying in the initial part you always revise. Thank you. I don't know how many of you agree with him. You will have to agree, otherwise stop sending screenshots, right? Good morning, good morning. People are still doing good morning if they're joining late or what? Come on, people, time to start. Yeah, Sumeshwar, normally in the initial first 10 minutes I revise, but today in between I'm going to revise. Okay, I'm going to talk about all the methods once again. You know, guys, the importance of revision. You know, guys, the importance of revision, right? See, The day I appear in front of you on this device of yours, right? That day I make sure I revise about the topic, correct? But see, after this we'll be left with how many topics? After this we'll be left with two topics, correct? After that, I won't keep popping up on your screens, correct? So then the onus passes on to you, responsibility passes on to you. Okay. Everything is easy provided you revise at a regular interval. And then see, you will realize that whatever I'm talking, sit with the textbook and notebook. You don't need more than 15 minutes to go through the topic. But if you do it regularly, you'll be, I trust me, you'll be exam ready for the subject. But the thing is that we don't like to take small doses of revision in between. You realize that most of the time, whenever I start with the lecture, I'm revising what we have done till now in a particular topic. Okay, time doesn't permit me to go on revising all the topics we have done till now in every lecture. Obviously, that is not possible beyond abilities. So that responsibility is yours, right? Little revision in between 10-15 minutes, okay, always helps you. So now let's come to this question. MNP Limited is thinking of replacing its existing machine by a new machine, okay, which will cost how much? 60. So this is PVCO. And you know what you have to understand? What we are going to do? We're going to replace the existing machine. So my point of conviction is this: that new machine will come only if the old machine goes out. Remember? See, remember in one question I had explained you existing utilities, new utilities. Then I gave you the example of washing machine, right? That I have only one slot for washing machine. Normally within one family we have one washing machine at home, right? We don't give variety. Okay, I'm bored of this washing machine. Let me have one more washing machine. Nothing like that. We normally have one washing machine at home, right? So now same thing happens over here, right? They're planning to replace the existing machine. Replace, we all understand, right? Replace is very important. Like old machine will go, then only new machine is going to come. Remember that. Company's current production is 80,000 units and is expected to increase to 1 lakh units if the new machine is bought. So definitely new machine will lead to, I can say, addition of 20,000 units. Correct, friends? Now see, we will understand the whole question and everything is fine. But what says my common sense? Already, I'm producing with the existing machine without spending a single paisa. I'm producing 80,000 units. Okay. By bringing the new machine, I'll be able to produce how many units? 1 lakh units. So I'll be able to produce 20,000 units extra. Correct? Don't you think this replacement is worth doing if that extra 20,000, that whatever you are producing, incremental cash flow that you get, additional money that you get, should cover up the cost of the project? Then it makes sense, right? Hello, you understood what I said? Why would I change why would I change the machine? I should change the machine if that machine produces some additional output, which the additional output is able to cover up the cost, right? So let's see. The selling price of the product is 200 per unit. The following is the cost of producing 1 unit of product. What is that? Let's see. So unit cost, guys, it is unit cost per unit cost. Materials are given for 80,000 units and for 1 lakh units. Materials, wages and salaries, supervision, repairs and maintenance, power and fuel, depreciation, okay, allocated corporate overheads, guys. You remember the last question we had written a note about this. Allocated overheads or apportioned overheads, right? We had prepared a showroom, car showroom, right? Originally 9 cars sold, then 10 cars sold. You remember that, right? So are we going to consider these allocated overheads in our decision making? Yes or no? No, we are not going to consider, right? And then we have to provide a note that these are allocated overheads. They do not make impact on decision making, hence they are ignored, right? Okay. Yes, correct. The existing machine has an accounting book value of 1 lakh. Okay, noted. But more to note is this, it has been fully depreciated for tax purpose. Guys, book value might be there, but as of tax purpose, what is the value? Zero. And see, ultimately what matters? Tax purpose values matter. You get my point? Because see, what in real life, what I will earn will be always with respect to tax authorities. Tax authorities say the value of the machine is zero. You have already taken full benefit of depreciation. Still, I tell them, no, no, I feel that much. Still, the machine is depreciable. Let me write the depreciation. Will they approve your accounts? They won't, right? So, I think the second statement is more valuable, right? The second statement is more valuable, right? That it is fully depreciated. It is estimated that machine will be useful for 5 years, guys. They're talking about what? They're talking about existing machine. Don't miss on that. They're talking about what? Existing machine. So this is also for existing machine, and estimated that machine will be useful for 5 years. This is also for what? Which machine? Existing machine, right? So if you don't replace it right now, if you don't replace it right now, it will continue working for you for another how many years? For another 5 years. Hello, people, clear to what I said? Excuse me, everyone out there, did you understand what I said? Okay, okay, thanks. Yeah, let's move on. The supplier of new machine has offered to accept the old machine for 250. Okay, now we're talking about which machine? We're talking about new machine, right? He has offered to give the old machine a value of 250. Exchange offer, right? Exchange offer. However, the market price of the old machine is 150. Come on, guys. These words, no, they have nothing to do with your understanding of capital budget. Simple general knowledge, provided you are rational human, right? Provided you are a rational human. Tell me, you have a, suppose I have to buy a car and I go to the showroom. That fellow is offering me 2,50,000 for my old car. In the outside market, outside, if I sell, I'm getting 2 lakh. Then I select 2 lakhs or I select 2,50,000. The second option is better, no? Everybody understands that. So, see, this is normally happening, guys. Whenever we go to the showroom, no, to buy new asset, see, even like that, or buy car only, anything, television, any electronics, mobile, anything. Wherever I'm going to buy, no, there if I give it for exchange, they normally give me higher value. So that they can execute their deal, the next sale. So now you tell me what this person should do. What this person should do? Should exchange it with the dealer or sell in the open market? Hello, people. Are you why so lack of response? Exchange with the dealer or sell in the open market? My goodness. After explaining so much, people have a doubt. Are Kamalika, open market you are getting only 1 lakh, 1,50,000. Hello, people. Open market you are getting 1,50,000. The dealer is ready to offer you 2,50,000. Still, you will go with the open market. So somebody would be benefited, sir. Getting the asset at a cheaper price. You're out for charity or what? Are I have to sell anything, guys. I have to sell anything. Suppose I'm planning to sell my I'm planning to sell my house, a spare house I have to liquidate it. Somebody offers me 50 lakh, somebody offers me 60 lakh. Whom will I go with? 50 lakh person or 60 lakh? 60 lakh. How can you select a lower offer? What do people eat in the break? I need to check. Huh? You consume something toxic or what? What's wrong with you guys? Hello? Recover normal understanding, man. Normal understanding. I told you nothing to do with FM, nothing to do with capital budgeting. I'm selling my asset. Somebody is offering 2 lakh 50, somebody is offering 1 lakh 50. With whom do I go? Higher price or higher price. What happened, people? So I will exchange up guys for 2 lakh 50. You see what you want to do. Okay, I will ignore this price. Sure, is this final? Anybody still has a doubt? Can raise their hand. Fully final now. Okay, fine. Okay. However, the market price of the old machine today is 150 and it is expected to be 35,000 after 5 years. Oh, what is this 35,000 after 5 years, guys? Salvage value after 5 years. Okay. Scrap value, salvage value, right? But where? After 5 years, guys. That is if I continue with what? Old machine, right? I don't buy a new machine. I just continue with old machine. Guys, this is its value after how many years? 35,000 is the value of the old machine after how many years? After 5 years. The machine will be with you after 5 years, provided what you did not buy a new machine today. What if you buy a new machine today? Will you have this money after 5 years? You want everything. You want to have new machine also. You want to use the new machine also for 5 years, and you want salvage value of older machine also. Hello, either of it is possible now. The new machine has life of 5 years and a salvage value of 2 lakh 50 at the end of the economic life. Assume corporate tax at 40%. Yeah. Look, people, let me talk to you guys. Today, okay, let's go ahead. Huh. Depreciation is charged on straight line basis for income tax. Further, assume that book profit is treated as ordinary income for tax purpose. I think we do it always, right? We always calculate profit or loss on sale and consider the tax payable or tax saving as the case may be. Okay. Opportunity cost of capital is 15%. Guys, what is this? KO. What is this? KO. Okay. Good. Sorry. Calculate what? Estimate the net present value of the replacement decision. Okay, what you are supposed to calculate? You calculate net present value. Okay. Should the company go ahead with the replacement decision? So that we will be able to decide only after having the NPV in our hand, no? Right? So there are two possibilities. Either you continue with the existing machine, or you get what? Or you get a new machine. Right, friends? Okay. Fine. For both options, what we will do, we calculate NPV and give our suggestion. Simple as that, right? Okay. Achha, one more thing, guys. What to do with these rates? 1, 2, 3, 4. Since last 15 minutes, whatever you are doing with me, same thing. What? Ignore. Ignore. Arey, we want. Yeah, correct. Correct. So may I ignore. Okay. This is KO. KO is how much, guys? KO is 15% now. So we need these rates. Rest of the rates we don't need. And please, every time I tell, right? Need to be smart, need to be active. Right? Use only those rates which are given in the question. When question gives the rate, don't when question gives, I don't know what we should say. When question gives, see, the question gives you certain rates, don't use your own creativity. Just be dumb as you are right now. Okay. Just be like that. Just pick up the rates. Okay. So guys, we solve this. Any plan to solve this? People are still like that. Hangover, some sort of hangover. I don't know what's wrong. Let's go ahead, guys. I'm starting. Huh? You're there, Somesh. You're already there. First screen, second screen. I keep looking on the screens, people. Those who are live, no. I keep looking what is happening. Wow, so many people. You want to join? Okay. Good. Hello, people. Good to see you. Hi, Kushi, Lakshya, Ashreya, Jinesh. Hi, Jinesh. Hello. Good. Some more new visitors. Really good. Okay. Who is this? The video off in between. Krishna Prasad. Hello. Hello, Krishna Prasad. Please turn your video on. Sure, people, let's start recording the things. Uh, let's write the units so it will become comfortable for us. If we go with the existing machine, it's going to be 80,000 units, right? And with the new machine, it's going to be how many? 1 lakh. Look, just for the sake of information, we are writing it over here. Shall we start? See, the way the data is given to us in the question, guys, we have given with sales, then certain costs, right? So we just have to proceed with it, right? Make an income statement sort, right? And then move on reaching up to annual cash in the flows. So we'll be starting from sales. What is written for sales? Sales is at 200 rupees per unit. 80,000 into 200. 1 crore 60 lakh. Okay. And this would be 2 crore because units are 1 lakh, so easy to calculate. No need to use tax directly. Right. Less. Now from the question, no, we'll go on picking up one by one. Okay. See. Material, wages, supervision, repairs, all these we will write one by one. Materials are how much at? At 75 rupees and 63.75 rupees per unit. So 80,000 into 75, 60 lakh. And this would be straightforward, now 63 lakh 75,000. Wages and salaries at 51.25 rupees and 37.50. Okay, 80,000 into 51.25. 41 lakh. And this would be 37 lakh 50,000. Supervision charges are 20 and 24. So 20 rupees and rupees per unit. This is 16 lakh. This would be 25 lakh. Next one is repairs and maintenance. Repairs and maintenance is 11.25 and 7.5 rupees per unit. So 80,000 into 11.25 is giving me 9 lakh. And this becomes a 750. After repairs and maintenance, we have power and fuel at 15.50 rupees and 14.25 rupees. Sorry. This would be 1240. And next would be simple now 14 lakh 25,000. Okay, now listen to me carefully. See, after we are done with power and fuel, guys, listen to me. See, ideally, what we do is we write sales minus fixed cost minus variable cost. Correct? These are all cash cost. Remember, income statement, platform number, station number 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Right? Then what we get? We get cash flow before tax. Then we subtract what? Depreciation. Then we get what? Net profit before tax. Yes, people, you remember this? Correct? Okay, fine. Everybody agrees on this? Thank you. Thank you. So, it's okay now if I skip CFBT. Means what I'm saying is I'm directly writing net minus depreciation. So is it going to be wrong? No, it's okay. No? Even if you directly depreciation and reach an NPBT, it's fair enough. Okay. Now, depreciation, guys, listen to me very carefully. Existing, it's going to be nil. Since what? Fully depreciated. Listen to me very carefully. Right? For existing, what we would say? Depreciation hence here onwards. Suppose I continue, if I don't buy the new machine, if I don't buy the new machine, and I continue with the existing machine, what is already written in the question? Its value for tax purposes how much? 0. Its value for tax purposes 0, right? So here onwards, depreciation would be nil. Okay. For new machine, what will be the story? New machine as usual, guys. What is the cost of the new machine? The cost of the new machine is 60 lakh. Correct? Okay. Salvage at the end of 5 years is going to be 250. You can check in your question. Okay. All this divided by how many years? All this divided by 5 years. This is what is the depreciation for the new one. So 60 lakh minus 250 divided by 5 gives us 11 lakh 50,000. Okay. So here depreciation is going to be nil. Here we'll write 11 lakh 50,000. See, people, in the meanwhile, I showed you that after subtracting this, where we will reach? We will reach at net profit before tax. Yes. Come on, people, calculate. Okay, Sanya. Good. Existing answer is given by Sanya, but no other answers. What happened so much here today to you? You are answering so much. Someshwar must have already written the conclusion of what to do. Go with the new machine or the existing machine. 21 lakh 60,000 for the existing. Even new you can find. There is no harm in finding new one. Yes, Roshni, right, you are. Okay, Vedavalli, that's also right. Actually, yes, Roshni, Kelsey, so sorry, so man. I was going through the chat box. I can't go through all the things at one time. Either I go through the screen or I go through the chat box. The second answer calculated or not, Someshwar? Ah, sorry, correct. Panelist is still copying the things. Panelist is dedicatedly looking into the screen and writing. Calculate, calculate fast. Okay, people done with the second calculation also? Yeah, I'm getting our answers. Very good. Hey, Darshan Jain. Acha, okay, okay. Correct, correct. Correct. Sabari, Sriram, Roshni, Prasanna, Someshwar, Kirtana. Per unit figures are obviously ignored, guys. Ignored. Yes, yes, yes. Per unit figures are ignored, obviously. Yes, Nikhil. Mukil, okay. Oh, yeah, got your answers, guys. And all of you made a calculation. Very good. 40 lakh 50,000. Okay, good. We are good to go, guys. Now we are good to go. Yes, Kamalika, right? So this is 40 lakh 50,000 less what? Tax. Tax at the rate of 40%. So what you will get is net profit after tax. Okay. So 2160 into 40% is 864. Correct. And then I do minus equal to. So the balance value pops on my screen 1296. 40 lakh 50,000 40% is 16 lakh 20,000, and then I do minus equal to 24 lakh 30,000. Okay, people. In this net profit after tax, what we will add? We will add depreciation, right? So we'll get our annual cash inflows, and this annual cash inflows will have to multiply by what? Present value already factor, no? Right? So what we will get? We will get the cash inflows, PVCI. Oh, so in this, I would say add depreciation, right, friends? But here the depreciation is nil, and here the depreciation is 11 lakh 50,000, right? So what you will get after adding this back? You will get cash flows after tax. 1296, 30, 580. Yes, yes, right, Shruti. Okay, uh, guys, these are our annual cash inflows, no? What is the life of the project? You remember? Life of the project is 5 years. So we'll have to multiply by present value annuity factor of 5 years of KO. Correct? And please take the total of only the factors which are given in the question. Right, friends? Sorry, Ankita done. Very good. Multiply this by present value annuity factor of KO. How much is KO? 15% for how many years? For 5 years. Okay, fine. Multiply. First, we calculate the present value annuity factor. No? Let's take a total of all this. Guys, take a total of all this. Yeah, Mohit, Lakshya, I got your answer. So, Ishwar, Afra, very good people earlier. People are fast to reply. I'm back to normal mode, it seems. 3.3522. Yes, yes. Right, I'm getting your answers. Idavalli, Roshni, Kamalika. Okay, so we'll call it present value of cash inflows. PCI. Give it number one. Now, give it number one. So many people have started putting answer, but talking sometimes helps us. I'm getting answers. Thank you, friends. Thank you. Rahul, Man, Kavya, Ovya, Mohit. Good people, good. Keep it up. If I miss somebody's name, don't feel bad. Raksha also. Very good. Laksha is there. Krishna Prasad is there. Okay, great. So the first one is 4, 3. Correct, sorry. 4, 3, 4, 4, 4, 5, 1. And the second one is 1 crore 20 lakhs and 876. Right, friends? Ah, correct, correct. Even if you have written that point to two, no, don't worry, Prakash. Even if you have written that point two, don't cancel it. It's okay. You can keep it Roshni, Krishna Prasad. All have given me that answer in 4, 4, 3, 4, 4, 4, 5, 1.2. It's okay if you don't cancel it. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Okay. Other than this, guys, other than this, we have to consider the present value of salvage also. Right? We have to consider what? Present value of salvage also. Let's see. Let's first write the salvage amount. Okay, listen to me, guys. If I continue to use this existing machine for next 5 years, it is very clearly written in the question that after 5 years, it will be sold for how much? 3, 5, 35. Correct? Salvage value of existing machine after 5 years. Right? That means if I use it for 5 years, another 5 years, I will get a salvage value of 35,000. Everybody agrees on this? Okay. Yes. So your salvage is going to be 35,000. Great. Then what is told that if you dispose of this old machine and get a new machine altogether, and start using new machine itself today, it will have a salvage of how much? 2,50,000. Correct, friends? Agree on this? 2,50,000. Okay. Okay. Now, and then what we will do? Multiply it by present value factor of 15% of is not 5 years of fifth year. This will come only once in the last year. So present value factor of the fifth year is how much? 0.4972. So this is one more PVCI. So let's call it number 2. Okay. 5,000 into 0.4972 is giving me 17,402 and 2,50,000 into 0.4972 is giving me 1,24,300. Prakash, just check. I think there's some typing mistake in your answer. Otherwise, everybody has written a correct answer. Okay, great, great. Thank you for being so responsive once again. I feel like I'm back to my class. Okay. See, yeah, it's okay. See, we have calculated the present value of cash inflows, annual sales values and salary values. But obviously, we have to consider PVC also, right? So let's talk about present value of cash outflow, which will obviously be having what? Cost of the asset. Okay. Now tell me, friends, tell me, what about this existing machine? Obviously, the existing machine will not have to, we don't have, it's already there. Do suppose I plan to continue with the existing machine for another 5 years. Huh? Do I have to spend even a single paisa? No, it's already there. You just have to go on using it. That's it. Yeah, but if I want to buy this, how much I have to spend? 60 lakh. Correct. But let's say we have been always talking about these words. We're going to do replace, right? So this new machine will come only when what? The old machine goes out. Correct. When the old machine is exchanged, it is giving you how much value? 2,50,000. Okay, so less exchange price of old machine. Okay, here also you're right. Open market price of 150 is ignored since it is lower than exchange offer. After this, if you make mistake, I will supply the small quantity of water where you can jump and die. Now I've written it absolutely clear, right? This is what is a sparkling clear thing, right? After this also, if you say no, no, I will select 150. No comments, no. Parliamentary words are over. Stop of parliamentary words are over. So final now, this is nil. This is 5750. Until here, guys. Yeah. Now see what we have to consider. We have to consider the tax saving or tax payment on profit or loss on sale of the machine. Huh? So you can wait for a moment. You can see then. Right. So this discussion itself continues, right? So here I'm writing existing. I'm writing new. Okay. So we talk about profit or loss on sale of machine. See guys, this is the existing column which is going on. Right? This is the existing column which is going on. If you continue to use the existing machine, will you sell it today? No, obviously not. So it will be sold after how many years? 5 years. Everybody understands that. After 5 years, how much does it fetch you? 3, 5, 35. Everybody agrees on this? Okay, okay. So sale of sale of existing machine after 5 years. Okay. The book value is going to be nil. You know that? Already it is told that today itself its book value is nil. Right now. So after 5 years also it's not going to be negative, it's going to be nil only. Right? Selling price is going to be how much? 35,000. That's why there's a profit. 35,000. Now if you have a profit, therefore what will happen? The tax will be payable. Therefore tax payable at 40%, right? 40% will come to how much? 35,000. 40% comes to 14,000. Pay tax payable at 40% in which year? In fifth year, guys. Not today. Not today. In the fifth year, right, friends? Understand that? Okay. Fine. So multiply this by present value factor of KO of fifth year percent. We wrote it over here, 0.4972. 6960.8. So let me make it 6961. Okay. So guys, this will be PVCI or PVCO? PVCO. It's an outflow expected after how many years? 5 years. Okay. Fine. Are you guys done till here? Okay. Now, listen to me very carefully. This 35,000 you will get when? After 5 years, if you continue using it as it is. Okay. So that 35,000 you are getting in this column, existing column. What if I go for the new machine? Exchange today itself? 35, correct. People like, no, sir, I will not get this 35. Agreed. That's what I want to tell you. I will not get this 35. Perfect. But today I will give it to the dealer for how much? 250. So So guys, today also its value is 0 only. Book value today itself is 0 only. Still you are getting 250. Don't you think that whole 250 is your profit? Now the question is, sir, out of this what will happen? See guys, simple, either or no. Either you get it exchanged with the dealer today, right? So the tax payable will get counted in the PVC of the new machine, or you continue using the existing machine that you've already done, right? So either of it will happen, guys, not both. These are mutually exclusive things. Means either of it is going to happen. So what we have written, profit on loss or sale of machine, sale of existing machine after 5 years. Okay, let's write the other one. Exchange of existing machine for new machine. As we wrote over here, after 5 years, here what I will write, today. Correct, friends? And I think the process has to be same. I'm writing it a little separate so you have no confusion, right? Book value, nil. Selling or exchange price, 250. So profit, 250. Therefore, tax payable at 40% will come to how much? 1 lakh. So I think this is PVC. Hello? Anybody still think of applying some present value factor? I've already highlighted the necessary word. What is today's 1 rupee? Today's value? 1 rupee, sir. No need to apply any discounting factor. Got it, guys? I think the conclusion is very clear now. See, still I will highlight few things. This is PVCO. This is PVCO. This is PVCO. Let me just write a word over here. CO. Correct? And this is, what is this? PVCI number 2. This is PVCI number 1. Okay, absolute clear. So just we have to make a table out of this. See, there's so many values are there. So now we make a table for calculation of NP. As we have made till everything in the tabular form, same we will do. We just like to present it properly. That's it. Take a conversion. Graph and hello guys, have you written that upper part or you want me to show that again? Done, huh? Okay. Yeah, those who want to write, it will be there for a minute. NPV calculation done. Just let me conclude the chart, guys. As a principal of cash inflows 4344451 4344451. This was 12233 876. This was 17402 124,300, right? Yeah, 124,300. 43, 44, 451 plus 17402. 61. This should be 121. 1 will come over here, not 25. 176. See, people over here asking me for a clarification of tax. I'll tell you one thing. Nobody has asked me, sir, what happened to the sale of the existing machine after 5 years? Nobody even bothered of asking me, even in doubt. Even the sale of the new machine, not existing machine, sale of the new machine after 5 years. Is it not fetching a salvage value of 2,50,000? So, why you didn't ask about its profit or loss on sale? Sir, SLM method, sir. 60 lakh is the cost. 2,50,000 is the salvage. Whatever is difference left out, sir, 57,50,000. That difference only we have divided over 5 years. So after 5 years, what will be its book value left out, sir? 250. Sold for how much? 250. Profit or loss would be how much? 0. That's it. Correct? Understand this. Ovia, have you all understood this? Yeah. Okay. Okay. I was to talk about PVC4. This is nil. This is how much we calculated. 5750, right? And then present value of tax payable on profit on sale. This was something 6961. And this is clearly how much? 1 lakh. So this is my PVC I 6961 at 5850 is my PVC. Therefore, NPV, so is PVC I minus PVC 41, 43, 43, 61, 853 minus 696. So 43, 54, 892. Okay. And 1 crore 21 lakh 25,176 minus 58 lakh 50,000. So it is 62, 75, 176. Okay, friends, getting the same answers, right? Okay, so we are good to go for conclusion. Come on, come on, come on. Write the conclusion. What is the name of the company? No, no, no name, no? No name. Okay, fine. Yeah, right. Actually, name is there. I did not notice. Sorry. I thought name is not there. MNP. Okay, okay. We will write MNP. Why not? MNP Limited should replace the existing machine with new machine since NPV is higher. Okay. Okay. Write a note. Huh? Allocated overheads are ignored while decision making. I hope everybody is clear with each and everything that is discussed, right? Earlier page, no? Earlier page you want, no? I know. It's 1% less, so sorry. Done? Okay, friends, you have understood the uniqueness of this question. And it makes you think that when the asset would be sold, some people don't grasp this part that 35,000 and 250. Why are you considering both? Then I have to explain them these are two different possibilities talking about this part. Okay. See, existing machine disposed of after 5 years, if it is continued to be used, an existing machine disposed of today for 250 if you get it exchanged. Guys, both these things can happen together? No. Either or, you understand? Either or. Accordingly, it is assigned in the particular columns. Okay. Yeah. So let's go ahead with the next question. Yeah. Let's talk about question number 17. Shall we start, people? Okay. WX Limited has a machine which has been in operation for 3 years. Again, the same thing. That's already one machine is there in operation for how many years? Last 3 years. Its remaining estimated useful life is how many years? 8 years with no salvage value at the end. Okay. So if you continue using, okay, so what is the total life of the machine? 11 years. Right? Everybody understands this. Total life of the machine is how many years? 11 years. Out of that, already 3 years are done. And then we are left with another 8 years to go. And after 8 years, this value is going to be how much? 0. Okay. Fine. Its current market value is 2 lakh. Means it's the same thing, guys. We are going to plan to replace it with a new machine. So if as of today itself, if I dispose it of the existing machine, it will fetch me how much? It will fetch me 2 lakh. Did everyone understand this point? Okay. Then the company is considering a proposal to purchase a new model of the machine to replace existing machine. So again, replacing the existing machine. Now we all know existing machine will be replaced after the old machine goes out, right? And if the old machine is going to go out today, it will give us how much money? 2 lakh. That's what is written in the question, correct? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Existing machine, new machine. The cost is given, estimated life is given, and the salvage is given. Now, see, guys, don't get confused. 11 years. That's why I always stress this point. Okay, that 3 years has gone, 8 years is remaining. So total life is 11 years, right? Salvage is nil, and this is new machine having life of 8 years, and the salvage is 40,000. Output is given to you directly instead of giving sales. Like last question, output is given to you 30,000 units and 75,000 units. Selling price is given. So guys, you know, na, selling price into the output will give you sales. Then annual operating hours. Guys, in operating hours, we don't need sign of rupees. These are hours. HOURS, hours. Don't do hour. Material cost per unit is given, guys. So what I will do, I'll multiply it by number of units. Simple. Okay. And the labor cost per hour is given. So what I will do, I'll multiply it by number of hours. Other than that, you have some indirect cash cost. Okay, fine. Company follows straight line method of depreciation, such as street people, right? Corporate tax is 30%. WX Limited does not make any investment if it yields less than 12%. Guys, can you visualize that? A person is running a race. Okay, there comes a big hurdle. It's written 12% on that. Okay, he has to make sure that he jumps over that. Correct. So 12% is KO. Yes, Nikhil, KO. And then they are very sweet enough. Okay, they are giving you all the ready-made values. The present value of annuity of rupee 1 at 12% rate of discount for 8 years is here. So I think they have given you PVAF of 8 years, and also present value of 1% of rupee 1 at 12% discount received at the end of 8th year is also given. So this is PVF of particularly 8th year. Okay, advice WX Limited whether the existing machine should be replaced or not. Okay. So guys, remember when question does not specify method, okay, use NP. Understood what I said? Are you clear to what I said? When question is silent, the best method is what? NPV, where we consider the PVCI, the present value of the future cash inflows, and the PVC. Okay. So I think in a similar pattern as we started the last question, to make annual cash inflow statement. Correct? Uh, So I'll give you some time. I'll follow you. Okay. You first make the income statement. Okay. For both the options, existing and new. You first make the income statement. See your solution of the last question. Right sales, right all cost. Consider everything and reach up to PVCI. I'm following you. I'm following you. Just next 4 5 minutes I'll start so that you first complete it. Don't wait for me. Don't keep looking at the screen. Try a little on your own. Nivita, you're waiting for whom? Not trying on your own. See, if you feel that you may make a mistake, do it in rough. When I will write, no, you will always get the time to write. Na? If you have a doubt in your mind, so what if I go wrong? Write in rough. No harm. As well, I'm going to write. That time we'll have the time to copy the correct things also. If your things are right, that time you relax and just check them. If it is going wrong, write it in the rough right now. See, unless we solve a little on our own, no, we don't get that kind of confidence. Yes, for that, I will always help you out on that. Okay, I will not leave you like that. Depreciation for when we have to calculate, no, depreciation per annum for the existing machine, obviously, no, cost minus scrap upon the life of the asset should be divided by 11. Correct, no? The cost of the existing machine is how much? 3,30,000. Salvage is zero, but the life is 11 years, no? 3 has already gone correct, but when you the beginning when you will calculate, depreciation will be calculated for the whole life of the asset, right? So it become 30,000 per annum. Right? Yes, sorry, go on, man, go on. PVC also calculated. Good going. Chalo. So now I will start. Okay, so that automatically you can cross check with your answers. So we'll start with, as usual, what? Sales. In existing, it's going to be 30,000 units into 15. So 450 and 75,000 units into 15. So 11 lakh 25,000. Okay. Less material consumed. If you have written labor before that, doesn't matter. Okay. 30,000 into 4 and 75,000 into 4. So 120 and 75,000 into 4 would be 3 lakh. Then labor. For labor, it's going to be 3,000 into 40 and 3,000 into 70. Correct, friends? Hours into per unit per hour cost. Okay. So this will be 120 only. And this is going to be 210. Then we have indirect cash costs. 50,000, 65,000. Right, friends? Yeah. And then depreciation per annum. So depreciation per annum here, as we discussed, it will be 330 by 11 straight away, right? No salary. So 30,000. And for the new machine, the cost is 10 lakh minus salvage of 40. And henceforth, it will have a life of how many years? 8 years. See, remaining life of existing machine is also 8 years, and the life of new machine is also 8 years. That is fine. But while calculating depreciation, I have to do it per annum. So this will be 960 divided by 8, so 120. For total over here, so NPBT, this tax, NPAT, add back depreciation, so CFAT, and multiplied by the present value vanity factor, right? Hope these lines are sufficient. Let's write first. So what I will get over here is net profit before tax. Okay. So let me calculate that. 450 minus this 240 minus this 80. 130. And over here, 125 minus this 510 minus 65, 120, 185, 430. Okay. Less tax at the rate of how much? 30%. First it gives me 129. Whatever figure I have calculated, I have used it first day, nothing else. 3 lakh 1,000. Coming to this side, 130 into 30% is 39. Minus equal to 91. Okay. So this is net profit after tax. Add back what? Depreciation. 30,000, 120,000. So this will become our cash flows after taxes 121 and 421. My God, people are directly putting the answers. Wait a minute, guys, wait a minute. Multiply this by present value annuity factor of KO. KO given in the question how much? 12% of 8 years. And I suppose that is readily given in the question, right? 0.4968, 4.968. Okay. So 121 into 4.6 601128. Okay. And this side it is 4,21,000 into 4.968. 2091528. Okay. So PVCI number 1. Hello people. Have you reached till correct calculations till here? All those whom I can see on the screen. Guys, reached till good. See, solving on your own, no, gives you little comfort. Okay, fine. If this thing comes in the exam, I can also manage this much without sir's assistance. Yeah. Okay. So done. Good. Good. Yes, very good. Other than that, guys, what you have to write is present value of salvage. Salvage. What is told about this machine? If you continue to use this machine for another 8 years, yeah, it's very clearly written that it is going to have no salvage value. Okay. If you use this, yes, it is going to have a salvage of 40,000. But that is after 8 years, no salvage after 8 years. So we'll multiply it by what? Present value factor of KO of 8th year, guys, of 8th year, not 8 years. Salvage doesn't come every year that you multiply it by PVAF. It comes only once at the last year. 0.404, and that is given in question. This is 16160. Thank you. Yeah, some people are proactively putting the things. Thank you, friends. So again, this is my PVC. I correct. Okay, let's talk about present value of what? Cash outflows. You see. cost. Guys, same logic. This machine is already bought, existing machine is already bought. So as of today, do I have to spend anything on that? Nothing. Now, this machine I will have to buy for how much? I'll have to buy it for 10 lakh. But this machine comes only after the old machine goes out. So less exchange price of old machine. Okay, friends. Now see, point to be noted. Point to be noted. Listen to me, please. Listen to me. Today I'm exchanging the old machine for how much? 2 lakh. Is it already used for 3 years? Yes. Already every year depreciation of 30,000 is charged on it. Come on, tell me. First year cost is 330. 30,000 minus. How much is left? 3 lakh. Second year 30,000 minus. How much is left? 270. Correct, 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 correct. Third year's 30,000 is got. How much is left? 2 lakh 40. And you get it sold for how much? 2 lakh. So there is a profit or there's a loss? Loss. Do like this, do like this, do like this. Afra, what is this? Book value is 240 na bachapati. Hello? And the 240 asset is been exchanged for only how much? 2 lakhs. It's a loss, right? So we need to note that. Okay. Fine. So profit or loss on exchange. How much is the cost? 330. Exchange of old machine. Let's be very clear. Now, students, you know what? Sometimes they ask me, sir, it's a profit or loss on exchange of old machine, sir. You have written in the new machine column. Is it right to write it in the new machine column? When will you exchange this old machine? Only when the new machine comes in, right? Is that very clear? Okay. Less depreciation up to third year. In bracket, we will write 30,000 into 3, 90,000. So, therefore, WDV on date of sale or exchange, whatever you say. Exchange price is only 2 lakh. So loss of 40,000. So guys, tax savings today, let me be very clear about it. Today at 30%, 12,000. This should be counted in what? PVCI. I suppose already in PVCI we are going number 1, number 2. Let's give it PVCI number 3. 601128 to 2091528. Okay. Salvage error nil. Here it is 16160. And tax savings at 12,000 only, right? Twenty-one 19,688. PVC we only one thing, no? Cost. Over here. Thirteen 19,688. So let's conclude. WX Limited should replace the existing machine with new machine. Since NPV is higher. I was writing, so did not check your messages. What is all about? Scroll. Scroll. I will show you the whole answer. No? No worries. No worries. Oh, yeah. No, no. Life is where life is different. Pooja Venkat. Whose life is different? Where the life is different. Old machine has a life of how many years? 11 years. New machine has 8 years. That's what I'm saying, sir. Life is different. Arey, Papa. Old machines, how much life is left? 8 years. What we are going to compare? Are we going to compare the 3 years which are already over? No, 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 no. Now we are taking a decision. 3 years are already over, and now we are thinking, what should I do? Whether should I go for the new machine or the continue with the old machine? So now I have to think like this: that the old machine still has a life of 8 years, and new machine also has a life of 8 years only. Or even I read it that way only. Life is different. So I thought there is some sort of philosophical message like in COVID, life is different, in pandemic, life is totally different. Then I realized, no, no, talking about the life of the asset. Fine, okay. Yeah, there also life is different, but the decision point there onwards, both have 8 years life left. So life is same for both. Exactly, yeah. That's why we multiplied by PVAF of 8 years. Yeah, yeah. Yes, Someshwar, sorry, I did not show the second page. Done, na? Okay. Okay, friends, let's take 2 minutes rest. Let's rest in peace for 2-3 minutes, and then we'll resume. Popcorn break. Okay, whatever you should. back, people. Okay, let's go ahead, guys. Now, yeah, thank you for the welcome back, huh, Kunal. Popcorn's ready now. Yeah, let's go on with the show. So, guys, can we finally say that we are done with all the classwork questions? Yeah, good, great, right. Obviously, I'll be discussing the questions from the to be discussed section. Okay, but before that, doing a quick go through of the chapter, right? Going a quick go through of the chapter. You have your notebook, guys. I hope at least this one topic should be in one notebook, no? Because if I ask someone about the something from the other topic, as a second notebook, sir, third notebook, sir, you make us write so much, sir, 100 notebooks, sir. You don't know where the 99 are. I say, okay, fine, okay, fine. But I hope this topic must be in one notebook. So, see, friends, how we have started with this. I don't know about you guys, but I think I have everything stored with me. Okay, so we started with this, right? I've already told this meaning objective calculation of cash inflow. Suppose you're revising this topic after a few months, so you read this, right? For meaning objective calculation of cash inflows, that is cash flows after tax, that is CFAT, what to do, and for scope, what to do, refer JKC notes. Refer that and come back over here. Correct? So we go with the techniques. The first technique that we saw was what? Payback period. What we said, it is simple. Time taken for what? Recovery of the cost. Correct? How to calculate? Calculate like this. Initial investment divided by what? Annual CFAT. Correct, friends? Remember this? Right, friends? We have discussed this part. Okay. Suppose in case the annual cash flow is not constant, see over here, it was the annual constant cash flow 50,000. If it is not constant, something like this, then what to do? Convert this into what? Cumulative effect, right, friends? And then we can find out where does the recovery period lies. Okay. Decision rule is very simple. What do you say about the decision rule? Select the project with the lowest payback period. As simple as that. Okay. What are the limitations? Ignores profitability, ignores what? Time value of money. So we call it traditional method. And just remember this. So sometimes they may ask you in question this also. Payback reciprocal. So how to calculate that? Annual C5 divided by what? Initial investment. It comes in percentage. So after this, we went on for second method. That is ARR. Okay. Average rate of return or accounting rate of return. See guys, I told you this is the only method which considers what? Which considers profits. Only method. Only method which considers what? Profits. So average NPAT upon average investment. You can also go with what? You can also go with original investment. I think I've discussed this point with you guys. Right? But then what I told you, follow the particular method in one discussion. Suppose you're going for original investment, then overall original investment. Suppose you're going for average investment, then take average investments. Okay. Again, what is the decision rule? Select the project with what? Highest possible ARR. Okay. Limitations, it uses NPAT instead of cash flow. And again, it ignores time value of money. And see, after this, after solving one sum on it, we came to the concept of what? Time value of money. Most of us knew what is time value of money. Still, we had taken our time to discuss this also. Is better to discuss it out that what is time value of money. That is the difference between the time period. So I give you simple examples like this, right? T0, T0 compare, T1, T1 compare, direct. But when it comes to one number from T0 and another number from T1, then what? Then becomes difficult to compare. Here the time frame is same, so comparison is possible. Here the time frame is different, right? It's difficult to decide. So what we do, we say, okay, then we need to convert. So conversion of present value into future value, what we call it? We call it compounding, right? Okay. And conversion of future value into present value, what we call it? We call it discounting, right? And this formula is known to us guys since long, right? This formula, future value is equal to what? Present value into 1 plus r raised to n, right? From this only, I suppose we devise this, correct? So present value is equal to what? Future value divided by 1 plus r raised to n. Okay. After this, once we're confident that we can calculate these, then we have started talking about this method, net present value. Okay. And then we know it has two important components. What is that? PVCI and PVCO. Correct. What we have discussed in PVCO, first we discuss PVCO because it becomes quick. Cost of the asset, any installation cost, if at all, given in the question, and what amount blocked in what permanent working capital, right? Guys, we know that ice cream example, ice cream shop example, right? Without having some money blocked in stock as permanent working capital, we want to be able to start our business, correct? So that all we include in our PVCO. And then in PVCI, what we include, okay? Present value of the annual cash inflows, present value of salvage, release of amount blocked in working capital. Correct? And then decision rule is simple. Suppose we have two projects, then go with a higher NPV. Suppose we have only one project, make sure that it is positive. Okay. And then if two projects are different lifespan, then convert them into what? Annualized. Then we did talk about few questions, and then onwards, like we have started questions, and then I discussed with you IRR. Okay. People, you understand IRR, internal rate of returns. Right? So, what was the way it was introduced to you? Do you remember? That when we discount the future inflows at KO, and if the inflows are still positive, so it gives us a positive NPV. So we say, okay, the returns are higher than KO. The returns are what? Higher than KO. But how much higher, that we don't know. So to know that, what we go on doing, we go on discounting and discounting and discounting and discounting. Some people still not, that time also did not understand why to discount by KO. Right? But discounting by KO lets us know whether the returns are higher than KO or lower than KO. See, for that, I've always taken simple examples, and I don't mind doing it once again today. That we have completed the topic, should be having some idea about this. Let's take a stupid example. PVCO is say 100. I've always taken this. Life of a site is say 1 year. Let's keep it simple. KO is 14%, guys. Okay. You understand? How much you are investing? 100. How much you are investing? 100. How much is KO? 14%. Correct? So now I have a question. Suppose my cash inflows after 1 year are 120. I'm not able to decide whether I have covered up my cost or not. Unable to decide. So what to do? Discounted by how much? 14%. But you're nodding your heads, right? Looking at this number, you can't decide whether you have covered the cost or not. But 100 rupees you invest, numbers. Cost of capital is 14%. You cross 114, then you are in profit, na? After 1 year. Looking at this number, you can decide that you are earning better than KO. No, let's see, you cannot decide looking at this number. Right? Cost of capital is 14%, right? So 100 rupees I take from my investor. How much I have to return to him? 114 So can't you decide that 120 is bigger than 114? That's why we always take one. That's why we always now see here you. So some of you couldn't decide even by observation. God bless you all. God bless you. Don't make a confusion, guys. Don't live in confusion and don't die in confusion. See, 100 should become how much? 114. So you managed to cover your cost. How much it has become? 120. Have you covered your cost? Yes or no? Yes. So to see now here you can check by observation, hopefully. Right? The numbers are big, then it is not possible to check by observation. Therefore, what we do? Therefore, PVCI is equal to cash inflows into present value factor of KO of 1 year. Okay, sir, 120 into 1 divided by 1.14 sir, 0.877 sir. Multiply, you get 105.26. Wow, 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 wow. Project is positive. Very good. PVCI minus PVCO is our NPV. 105.26 minus 100. Super, sir. Project is earning good for us, sir. Yeah, let's do it, sir. You really needed this much time to analyze this. Just by looking, you could do it, na? But can you do it every time just by looking at it? You get 1 crore, 21 lakh, 7 lakh, 36, something like that. You look at it. Okay, okay, positive, positive. Let's do it. What? There was scanner or whatever here. Huh? So to decide whether it is crossing over that cost of capital or not, what should you should do? Discount by what? Cost of capital. Simple. Now suppose if cash inflows are 114, so again we will do the same procedure. PVCI is equal to cash inflows. What will be the NPV over here, guys? NPV 0, na? That much you understand or not? Good. Okay, let's remove this example. Now you tell me 100 is the cost, KO is 14%, you are getting inflows of 120. So now you tell me whether the NPV is positive or NPV is negative. It's all positive, means you are earning more than KO. Do you understand? But how much you are earning? Can you decide by observation? Say no, and then I'll throw something from you. You can't decide by observation. How much is that? 20%. Na? The returns are 20%. Na? Correct, na, people? Here you can decide by observation. The numbers are complicated. Can you decide by observation? No, that's why what to do? Trial error. When NPV comes positive by 14%, we will discount it further by 15, by 16, by 18, maybe by 20 to make sure that the NPV becomes how much? 0. Understood? Okay. So that is all about IRR, guys. People always give us why discount by KO? Why discount by KO? I do not like it, sir. Okay, no problem. You don't like it, so you discount by KO. So we have done a lot of trial error also, huh, guys? Then we have added a method, if I'm not wrong. Discounting payback period we added. No, we first added that profitability index. Correct? Capital rationing we went for it. Profitability index. Correct? When you're going to do this profitability index, you know. When to do profitability index, that is typically called as capital rationing, guys. When to do it, you know what? When the all the projects are positive. When all projects are having positive NPV, you can do all the projects, but you don't have that kind of money only. Then what to do? Then rank them, correct? Rank the projects on the basis of what profitability index. That is what is PVC I upon PVC O. Okay. So we had solved this project. Then we talked about discounting payback. Discounted payback, guys. What is the major difference in payback and discounted payback? Payback, yes, time value is not considered, correct? So listen to me. When it comes to payback period, you use cash inflows that are occurring every year to calculate payback period. When it comes to discounted payback period, you use cash inflows or you use present value of cash inflows. The second option, right? Present value of cash inflows. Otherwise, the procedure of doing it is same. Okay. And then we have done questions based on this. Then probably in the next lecture, I did add that not over here. I explained about this right in question number 9. With the help of WDV method, I explained you that what can happen. There can be difference in the book value and the selling price. So there might be profit or loss. So do take care of that, right? Here what we discussed. The concept we added in the next lecture or what? This one. That. Replacing the existing machine with the new machine. So we were like this. Huh? We did consider that installation of CNG kit in the car. Remember, savings received from installing CNG kit should do what? Should cover up your cost of installation of the kit. Correct, friends? That's what we had discussed. Okay, like that. See, if you revise objectively, NPVCU I think came in the next lecture if I'm not wrong. NPVCU did not come in this lecture; it came in the next lecture. Next lecture I talked about this NPVCO, right? That is project selection of a project when inflows are constant, hence not given in the question, and only outflows are given. So I made you remind even that receivable management part. That generally we select the project or we select the credit period on the basis of what net benefit. But sometimes the sales is same, variable cost is same, contribution is same. They won't give us. Then we just take the total of ABCD and COCD. Correct. The same thing happens over here. When the inflows are same, right? They are not given in the question. Then what we do, we just consider the outflows and select the project on that basis. And then obviously when it comes to selecting on outflows basis, obviously what you have to do, you have to select a project with the lowest possible NPVC, right? And even over here, annualization happens, right? If the life is different. Okay. After that, yes, concept-wise we were done till here, right, guys? And after that, what we did, we started covering various types of questions. Okay. Yeah. So time to go back to the. I think 10, 15 minutes I've been talking about this. Okay. So see, it's a demo to you. This you can do with yourselves at home. Okay. As if it need not be loud in your own mind. You keep on talking, but talk as if you're explaining to someone. Okay, what you learned in this topic, Ray? See, this is what you learned. Which were the methods? Don't read it. Talk as if you are explaining to someone. Okay, so you have to go on like talking like to the third person. Need not be loud. Like people should not say that he's lost his mental balance in the process of learning this. Don't be loud. It's okay. But this is the best way, guys. Okay, what you learned, Ray? Okay, tell me how many methods there? This many methods. What did you learn in the first method? How did you calculate cash inflows? How did you do that? Okay. Go on talking like this. Becomes little more interesting and you are even alert. You just open the book and keep looking at the book. For hours, you keep guessing at one line and you don't get even the first word of it. Happens? Honestly. Happens. Honestly, it happens. Come to the questions to be discussed in class. Hmm. Cash flows of project C and D are reproduced below. So guys, this C0 means today, na? So it's PVCO. Correct. That's why it's carrying the minus sign. Correct. And then C1, cash inflow year 1, cash inflows year 2, cash inflows year 3. Oh, NPV at 10% is already printed over here. And IRR is also given. Simple. Okay. Then, sir, what we have to do? Nothing much, right? Yeah, but now if you notice, with the NPV method, this appears better, correct? And with IRR method, this appears better. That is what is called as conflict of ranking. Okay? Remember question number 20, RPLC Limited, we had discussed. You can check in your notebook or your textbook also. Just a page you turn, page or two, you get that question. There also we had passed a decision only. NPV and IRR both were given. Okay. And there was some contradiction. Also, the life was different. Right. So first what we did annualized PVC, annualized NPV. But then even after, I think after annualization, both suggested method 2 only, if I'm not wrong, project 2 only. So there was no conflict. There was no conflict. Okay. Here now see life is same, guys. Please note. Life of both the projects is same, 3 years only. And there's a clear conflict between the two. Okay, so first they are asking you why there is a conflict of ranking and what should you, why should you recommend project C? That also they are telling only that you recommend this only. Oh, sorry, not this. They are telling you clearly that you recommend this only. They are just asking you why. Why you should recommend project C in spite of lower IRR. Okay, so they are not see, they're not leaving you in confusion. They are telling you that you recommend C only, but only the reason they are asking you. And guys, what to do with these all values? Harry, what you did to me in the first 15 minutes? Ignore. You see, it's just that we have to arrive at some decision making. NPV, IRR, everything is calculated in the question. These values that are given, they're just like given over there. Just ignore them. Do we need any of these principal factors, guys? No, it's given. So it's like elaborative question, like you elaborate why decision making. So fine, I will give you the solution for this. Okay, let's write then. See, NPV is higher for project C, correct? And IRR is higher for project D. Okay, so it's a little of descriptive, right? You can write, you know, now that I'll avoid giving dictation because people lose the network. Then repeats this line, sir, that line, sir. What did you say before the first word, before the second word, 10th word after the second word? Mess. So I'm writing. Thank you so much for no audio. Please, you also write or you just like relax. Oh yeah, your justification is right. So this happens to be the answer for the part one, right? There is a conflict in their in means there is a timing difference in their inflows, right? Now the second part, what they are saying, you always go with NPV in case of conflict. Okay, why that? Let me first tell you orally, then I will write. See, with some example that I told you just now. Okay, that simple example, 100 rupees outflow. Is it there on the same page? It's here. Yeah, 100 rupees outflow. Q 14%. What this makes sure that you cover up your NPV or your PVCO, right? Okay, I know IRR for this if I calculate will come to 20%. Correct, now 100 got converted into 120 means the rate of returns is how much? 20%. Simple, everybody understands that. Okay, fine. But when there is a conflict, no, when there is a conflict, no, we are going with NPV. What is that? It's a conservative. All those inflows that are given in the question are the real ones or estimated ones? Tell me, real ones or estimated ones? They are all estimated ones. So you first try to save your life, right? Means first you make sure that the project is positive, right? The IRR that is happening, the estimated inflows are not very sure of. So don't take a decision on the basis of IRR, because if the IRR fluctuates, means the returns comes down from 20 to 19, 18, 17, 16. What will happen? IRR will change, but at least the project is still covering up the cost. So what is a better idea? The better idea is that you select a project which is confirm covering up the cost. IRR you don't know. IRR may come that value of 20%, 21%, 33%, whatever higher IRR comes, that may or may not. If your inflows deviate a little on a lower side, IRR is gone. If your inflows deviate a little, and that on a lower side means from this amount they come down to this amount. So IRR is gone. IRR is missed. But at least NPV remains positive. Okay, so make sure that if there is a confusion like that, and try to prefer the conservative approach, go with NPV. Yeah, that's right for number two. People done writing? No? What do you want to see, Lakshya? You want to see this? Okay. Let's talk about question number 2. Done, huh? Okay. Let's talk about question number 2. Cash flows of two funds. Yeah. So cash flows of two mutually exclusive projects are given. Again, see guys, T0 na. So this is what PVC O and T1, T2, T3, T4, T5, T6. So these are all unit flows. Estimate the net present value of the project P and J. Project P and J using 15% as what? Hurdle rate. So you guys know very well. Hurdle rate is what? KO. Estimate IRR also. Why there is a conflict in the project choice by NPV and IRR. Okay, and then which criteria will you use in this situation? That also. But first of all, guys, when when you are comparing NPVs, what you will have to do first? Annualization. Right? What I've always told you, IRR is a rate, percentage. So there you don't have to do annualization. It's in the percentage form. Whereas NPV is an amount. Right, so project with life of 6 years may possibly quantity wise just by going by quantity. No, so the best example in the current scenario is I can tell you about the pandemic. Right, the numbers are looking alarming in India. Why? Because the population base is very high. I have nothing to talk about positive, negative aspect. Just telling you the statistics part out of it. Only the statistics part out of it. Even today, if you go to the sites which have comparison, our death rate per million, our positive cases per million is still low. So why the numbers are so big? Because we have a huge population. So absolute numbers are not easily comparable. Right? So again the same thing guys, right? So 3 years, 6 years. So you want to compare, get it annualized and then talk about it. Okay. Whereas you have a conflict, so you have to write the same reason. Then question number 3 means I'm not going to solve all this because they are in a very simple tone. Okay? Just read them. A firm can make investment in either of the two projects. It anticipates cost of capital to be 10%. So this is our KO. And net after tax cash inflows are given. Net after tax cash inflows. So I think I'm very pretty clear to this. Net after tax cash inflows means what? PVC, sorry, cash inflows, CFAT are given. Station number 10. Okay, good. So cost is given, right? 0 means today, na? And then year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5, cash inflows are given. Present value factors are also given. Calculate what NPV and IRR. Which project would you recommend? Explain the inconsistency. So then you know what is to be done. Question 4. PR Engineering Limited is considering the purchase of a new machine which will carry out some operations which at present are performed by what? Manual labor. The following information related to two alternative models like MX and MY are available. Machine MX, machine MY, cost is given, life is given, scrap is given. Again, net income before depreciation and tax. Guys, first decide where are you. I can see some people are still like, okay, where are we? Where are you? You're getting my point now. Already has been stressing this. That this has to be what? Which step number, guys? Fourth one. It's a net income before a tax. Means, listen to me. Listen to me. If it was only listen now. If it was only net income before tax, then it becomes NPBT. Correct? But this is net income before tax, before depreciation. Means this is CFBT, cash flow before taxes. Correct? I think that comes our station number 4 only, no? Cash flow before tax. Yeah. So you know that you have to do a little of working on this. Correct, correct, correct. CFBT, OVR, AFRAL, yes, perfect. So accordingly, you have to work out a little more on this. When corporate tax rate is given, company's required rate of return on investment is 10%, and the depreciation will be charged on SLR. Calculate what? Payback period. Okay. Then calculate net present value, and then use, as usual, given the present value factors and which proposal would you recommend and why. Then you have to make a decision table as per payback period, this as per NPV. Yes. Okay. So I think this is very much simple sums we discussed in class. You can easily manage. You understand the importance of this topic accordingly, right? We at GKC have covered maximum questions in the classwork section, right? So that you're not having any trouble. So that ends the topic, guys. After this, I have nothing to continue on this topic. Topic is over, right? Next topic I will start in the next class. Happiness. People are so happy, huh? Just relief. Thank you. Thank you. Which lesson? Which are left? Any idea? Which lessons are left? Risk analysis and capital budgeting, or capital budgeting and risk analysis, and dividend decisions. Right? So you know what we are going to do. Just now we completed what? Capital budgeting. So what we will do? We'll analyze the risk in capital budgeting. Simple. Where is the risk? Where is the risk? Why is the risk? The risk is because of uncertain inflows. Right? The risk is all because of what? Uncertain inflows. So we apply some concepts, we apply some ideas by which what we can do. We try to analyze the risk and try to minimize the risk. So the decision, see, because guys, you learn, okay, you estimate that A would be this much. You estimate some inflows. You calculate. Project NPV comes positive. You say, good, project is feasible. You step into, start. And then whatever are your estimated inflows over next 6 years, nothing of that comes. Then what? Then it's gone. You may suffer a lot of losses. So always, whichever capital budgeting exercise we are doing, it always inherently has what? Some amount of risk. Okay. So what we try to do in the next topic, we are not going to learn more methods of capital budgeting. We are going to learn few methods of risk analysis. And after analyzing the risk, what will you do? You will aim at reducing. Because just doing risk analysis and sitting, let the risk come. I will perish. There is no point. Correct, na people? See, you are going to face one event in the month of November. Event, I said. Did I say disaster? I said event. So it's all about the event management and not making a disaster management of it. For that you are studying. Then what? When the syllabus comes to completion, you go through papers, you go through scanners, which topic has come maximum times, what has been given more weightage by the ICA, what is all that? That is all the risk analysis, guys. Results are uncertain, that is for sure. But what we are trying to do by doing this, many students go for studying the scanner and trying to understand the pattern of questions asked and the weightage generally allocated. What is that? That is basically the process of risk analysis. Same thing, guys, same thing will be done. Okay, that first we do capital budgeting. We estimate, okay, this NPV would be positive, this would be negative, this would be the best project, and then the next step, because it is in future, it is uncertain. There is some element of risk, so we'll learn some techniques. Okay. Yeah, the project estimation is done in 2019 and it will be positive, but due to COVID, one see, I have nothing to say about it. I told you now, guys, in discussion, I might have told you that in 2020 February, there were few shops to open in my vicinity. Nobody knew about this. And they were all non-essential shops. Some of them are half done and still like that only. And some of them now dispose their shops like that only in a half done matter. They never came into forget trying for uh, arriving at break even. The revenues only did not start. Anyways, sure, fine. So I plan to start that topic in the next lecture. So I'm there for a minute or two. We have a time. So if you have to ask anything, it has to be related to topic and subject. Then I'm open for your questions. Lakshya question two. Which one? To be discussed in class? Nothing, Ray, nothing. Ah, I did not do much of the markings. Still, if you are like keen on knowing it, it is okay. Then, yes, Harrier, you have to study the theory given in the book on your own. Yes, Anjali, thank you. Welcome. Priyadarshini, thank you, beta. Sure, people. So I'm still there for some time. Like, if you have any other concerns, whenever this part starts, no, I always remember that video that was there on YouTube. The person sits doing nothing for 2 hours. He got some millions of likes. You all are welcome, friends. Those were saying thank you so much. So as of now, no more doubts. So we can stop this session. Yeah, and I can see that happiness, sir. 8 minutes early, sir. Okay, guys, you can leave now. Okay? Sure. Bye. Have a great day, all of you. Yes, you all take care too. Okay? Sure. Bye, bye, people. Bye. Final bye for the day. Final bye for the day. Next lecture will be.